Think you have enough in the movement to keep it really?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, we have years and years more than these people are going to live. So we have a lot of time on our hands.
I'm in no way like hiding under a rock or going dormant. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm majoring in activism. In school, that's my thing. I'm just doing things on my own terms.
Wow, so amazing. So what does it mean, going in by your own terms? I mean, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I feel like, doing something on one's own terms really, like, at least for me, means like being honest about the stuff that you are doing, what you want to get done, and being realistic about the fact that some things aren't going to be able to get done, but you still kind of push for them. And when enough people are doing something with their own, way of doing things, and everybody comes together in this incredible harmony of like eclectic ideologies and stuff, somehow, some way, some spark ignites, and then bam, you got a movement, you got a protest, you got a piece of legislation going through, and it moves really fast sometimes, and that's really cool.
You were talking in the clip about this is a lifetime, this is my lifetime, and having that view of it, that it's actually it's this longer process, and that we can take our time. We don't have to burn ourselves out. We don't have to actually sacrifice ourselves, because it's not one or two. It's not just Emma Gonzalez anymore. Under Emma Gonzalez are thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of other young people who are finding their voices.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many people out there. As I had said before, Rule 34, if you think that there are other people out there probably are. I mean, if there's billions of people on this planet, chances are there's at least one other person right now in this world who's doing the exact same thing that you're doing. And that's a really comforting feeling, honestly.
Wow. What do you think about voting, Emma, and people, young people right now who are, some of them are like, I don't believe in this system. I want to accelerate its collapse. I don't buy into these candidates. What do you say to that?
I mean, personally, voting is one of the easiest and quickest ways to get a very concise and pointed piece of information out to a specific spot. Like, votes actually do change a lot of things, and it actually really does positively impact a lot of people, especially people who can't vote. There's a ton of people who can't vote, and do you know why? Because the system is bad. And so if you want to make sure that their voices get heard, and you don't really care about your voice so much because you think it's going to get squished or whatever, ask them, how do you want me to vote? I'll be your voter.
That's interesting. So instead of voting for your own needs or priorities, you're also voting for other people.
You really are. I mean, there's so many people who are like, well, I don't want to vote. And it's like, who said it was all about you, bitch? Like, come on. You gotta think about everybody else who's impacted by the whole existence of the country. How do you feel in terms of being, clearly, not to be mean, clearly older than I am? Yeah. How do you feel about your position, like being of a different generation than us?
Well, I mean, when I look at the younger generation, I relate to you, because we're all activists, and it's, when I was your age, I was just smoking weed and surfing and skating and like.
And that's not different from what a lot of us are doing anyways.
Yeah, we're part of this legacy. We're part of a movement that's been happening for 100 years already, and longer than that. A social justice and a consciousness movement for humanity. And so I see you guys, and I'm like, hell yeah. There's so many more people. We can get that kind of mass that you were talking about earlier. that makes things change, that makes things happen. And so I, you know, I enjoy like these moments where we get to intersect, because I want you to know that like I'm here for you guys. I also know that it's good to step back, to let other people like you find your voice and your power in this movement, and to do what we're doing right now. Take whatever shine that I have on me and put Emma Gonzalez in it, because the world needs to hear from you guys now. And so I see there's this great symbiotic relationship between these generations and this movement that's, you know, long lasting and has been happening forever.